Hello farmers and welcome back to Pallegney. Just mowing the small grass field and we can get on to the bigger grass field where I got to replant the grass. So precision farming knows that I direct drilled it and up our score. The big grass field is all set to go. I finished mowing it, of course baling it, wrapping it, and the bales are in the shed. Speaking of bales in the shed, some of them have fermented from the previous cut into silage, so we can start putting some of those into the BGA and start bringing in some cash. I've also got around and weeded the other two fields that need to be done. Someone did have a good comment, and last episode, I forgot who put it down, but for the one that did, they kind of mentioned about maybe the weeding wouldn't take place in the grass field and showing on precision farming because it was in the harvest stage. I went ahead and sprayed the See and Spot weed sprayer in the big grass field after cutting it, and it didn't change a darn thing. So maybe the crop has to be considered growing or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I will try it again after we plant the grass and before I return the See and Spot weed sprayer. All of our fields have been taken care of as much as they can be currently. So I think our overall environmental score is like at 72, I think, last time I checked. So slowly but surely the score is going up. It's going to go up quite a bit next year when we actually start harvesting it. Actually, my score should go up a little bit because I'm cutting this grass field and it's registering the pH and the nitrogen that was in the crop when we're cutting it. So my score should go up a little bit. As for this here, I think this will be the last time I cut this small grass field. I think I'm going to go ahead and just paint it on in with gravel dirt. I may actually go ahead and put in a shed over here for our header and also maybe a grain trailer. Yeah, we got ourselves a couple of implements that don't have a place in the shed. And I think just putting in a shed over here, we got plenty of space, will do us pretty good. It does seem like that the cut or the yield in the grass fields is not as good as the base game. Looks like I might be down a few bales, but overall not too bad. Oh, I also did check on the big grass field. Even after I got done cutting it and the grass is regrowing, it still has too much nitrogen in the field. So when I go replant grass in it, it should only consume seed. It will probably use just a little bit of nitrogen, but not a whole lot. So yeah, not much we can do about that. It seems like even though if the crop or land does not need nitrogen, the seed drill will still consume very little, and I mean very little. So yeah, when we plant here in just a minute, that's what you should see. These bales here need to be wrapped. Spin around here. Yeah, so fingers crossed this upcoming winter is going to be our lucky time to get ourselves a harvester. That's what I'm hoping for. That's the big ticket item that we need. I mean, I still need a few more things, let's be honest. But yeah, harvester is the main thing on the list. And it's got to be one of the harvesters that can handle our, is it a 17? I can't remember if it's a 17 or a 19 meter wide header. I don't remember what size header it is. Alright, this field is done. Let's go ahead and turn off the mowers. Lift them up, fold them up. Yeah, this small grass field, it's been nice to have, but it's starting to get to be a little bit of a nuisance as the farm gets bigger. And yeah, we are, earning money other ways. That small grass field is not really needed as much as it used to be. Time of the year where I start dropping off equipment everywhere and it starts to get a little messy around here. It's typically what happens on my farm. No, hang on a second. No. You stay there. I know you were following me. You were doing what you were told. But calm down there, Mr. Deutz AgroStar. I think it was Frank that was actually in the baler. So no surprise there. I'm just coming back here before I turn off the baler. So if I turn off the baler, the bales will spit out. And I want them all in this field here. Even the half bale that's there. Fold that on up. Alright, might as well wrap the bales. That way that field's good to go. Oh boy, am I going to be able to stick the baler back where I got it from? Ooh, it's going to be tricky. So the one thing I had not checked on is we got our slurry tanker here. I'm not sure if that slurry tanker can have it set up for precision farming. I can't remember if I checked last time or not, but if I did, I completely forgot what it could do. Let's see here. Slurry tankers. It should be this one right here. Yes. Can I? No, that one is not set up for precision farming. I have to go. I think I may have looked on my Dark Forest live stream. I think it was this one here. John Deere manure sensing. That's what we would need. So we'll detect nitrogen in your manure, and the nitrogen in the manure is never. This sensor guarantees the application of the same nitrogen amount all over the field. All right, so it doesn't say it'll put it in as much as it needs. It's saying it'll make the field even. I don't know. I do not know. All right, let's get these bales wrapped up, and then we'll get on to... Actually, you know what? Do I want to start planting first before I wrap these? Nah, we'll wrap a couple. Actually, while those are unwrapping, I should... Or unwrapping or wrapping. Hey, I did accidentally pick up a grass bale. There's a grass bale in here. Problem is, when I go to here, they're all going to show up as grass bales. Grass. Oh, maybe it's that one. Ah, yes. So it did separate the grass bale from the wrap bales. And we'll put that out there. What I want is the silage bales. And they should all be silage. Let's grab the telehandler. And we'll start putting those in. Yeah, so after I cut the grass field, so my score was 72 last time I checked on it. It is now 76. Can I pick up 6 of these? I think I might be asking a little bit too much. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. And oh boy, you just made a mess out of that. So much so, I think you're just going to use super strength to pick those up. Yes, I am. That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Just get these in so the process can start. And then make way for the other bales eventually. Alright, process has started. Alright, let's get these bales wrapped. I'll get them in the shed after I take out the silage bales that we have, so I don't get everything all mixed up. And then off to plant the grass field right next to us. piles of silage bales have gone well. Going to get all these in. I'm not going to paint over this grass field as of yet because I think this grass field score is higher than my average. So if I were to paint over it and get rid of the field, I won't get no environmental score off of this field, which is fine for the future. But since it's just a little bit higher than my average, I want to keep it to keep my overall score up to maybe get that. It could be in there like an extra 1% I'm earning currently. I should have more silage bales in the shed that need to be brought out, but as you can see, we got plenty currently going on. So we'll just ram these right here. All right, to the AgroStar, we'll drive those on in. So for now, that will drop off there. And I think I'll just park the AgroStar right here with it. Well, let me just double check on my scores here. If I'm wrong about that, then I'll paint over it. Score is 80. Overall score is up to 76 for an 8% bonus. So yeah, we'll keep it like that. John Deere, you're up, sir. Let's go ahead and grab the momentum drill. So replant the grass field. And again, I'm only doing that so the environmental score can show that it was direct drilled. Get the tillage score up to 100. So you just need it on grass. Hopefully this won't take us too long. And again, it shouldn't use hardly any nitrogen, I don't think. Probably when we get into the field, it'll show that the nitrogen is way higher. Yes, it is. So you can see where the checker flag is, and the red bar is above it. So I should not be using any nitrogen whatsoever. Yeah, it shouldn't take me too long to plant this. Then after we get this planted, I think, let's see, we can turn the drill. I am going to try to spray the herbicide in the field with a See and Spot sprayer to see if that will get the grass field on the weed side of things happy. Because maybe the crop has to be in the growing state. If that doesn't do anything, then I guess for now, like grass fields, your rice fields as well, because rice fields don't get weeds growing in them either. Maybe if you ran like the hoe over the field, it would count. But the See and Spot sprayer is not going to do anything because it only sprays where the weeds are. So if there are no weeds, it does nothing on the environmental score. Again, as we can tell, the lime and maybe weeds or See and Spot spraying were on grass fields and probably rice fields may not be working 100% correctly. Again, it does feel a little weird planting grass over grass, but it's what we got to do. And who knows? I don't know when the last time this grass field was actually planted. Probably in real life, every once in a while, you would want to put maybe replant grass in the grass field. I don't know if any real farmers out there that have true grass fields that they maintain quite well. Do you replant grass seed every once in a while, or is it something that you really don't have to do? I know most of the farms where I am, for cows, they of course cut the grass to make hay or mostly silage. I never see them going out in the fields and like throwing out grass seed or replanting the fields. They just pretty much cut it every year. But again, you are making it into silage, so I don't know how much it matters. Any hoozles, this should take me about 5 or 10 minutes. And then, like I said, once we do, we'll start returning some of these items. I kind of forgot. I may have gone over my lease limit. I think I reduced my lease limit to 3. So I got the plow, I got the drill, and I got the see and spot sprayer. So maybe I'm right at 3. Hope I didn't go over my limit. Kind of forgot about that. Got so excited about precision farming and just realized how many items do I got leased. Oh, I only got 3 items leased, so good. Not knowingly, I stayed within my rule limit currently. All right, let me go ahead and finish planting this grass. And then, yeah, we'll get also back to the BGA and throw in some more silage, I hope. Well, now let's see how this score shows for this particular grass field. I mean, everything but the weeds, and maybe the lime is going to be off a little bit. But I think it was 87 in this field, so it should be like up to like 90 something, I would think. Yeah, 92 overall. So yeah, it's just the weeds. Lime, fertilizer, tillage, and soil sampling is looking good. So up to 77% overall score. Slowly but surely getting up there. But not too bad just for our second day, or second episode with precision farming, getting our score where it currently is. Let's go drop off this seed and fertilizer and return the drill. I guess I will bring this down by the BGA. Best place to put it. Well, you know what? I could probably got enough room by the seed hut now. I mean, before I had plenty of pallets. This one should only drop off 3 pallets, I would think. Hopefully it drops it off to the right. And it did. So let's go ahead to vehicles, leasing, Valtra, momentum. We will return that. All right, let's quickly hitch up to the See and Spot weed sprayer. I'll give this one more try. Then if that doesn't do it in that grass field, then I can empty out the herbicide. And we will return the sprayer. I don't think it's going to work, but that's just my opinion. Because it should have worked, if it was the same way as it was in 22, it should have worked in before. Again, the score in that field was what? 92. Actually, that's kind of weird because, you know, ever since I've known this field, it's been a grass field. So for about a month, when nothing actually germinated in it, it looks kind of weird. So usually that's all I would have to do is just turn it on, do a little twisty turn, and it'd be fine. And yeah, it's not working there. Because technically the crop is now growing, right? Yeah, grass. So I tried it in the harvest stage when the grass was ready. I tried it after harvested. Didn't change nothing, and now it's in the growing stage and it didn't do nothing. So I hope they don't want us to go over the entire field. There's no weeds for it to register, because that would really suck. And we'll drop off the herbicide over here as well. Hopefully it unloads to the right. Lovely. Vehicles, the Hardy, return. That just leaves the Lizard plow. And we all know what plow it is. There's only one plow to use in Farming Simulator. I mean, I shouldn't say that. In my opinion, it's the only one plow you should be using. At least I would use, and that's the one that we have leased currently. All right, so to the telehandler. Oh, we got some floating bales here. All right, so what do we got here? Do we got more silage bales ready? Grass, 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 silage. And in 4 more minutes game time, we will see our money go up because the BGA will sell its electricity and methane. A little uneven here with 3 bales on one side and that 1 bale there. Let's go ahead and put the time scale at times 60 for a while. Oh yeah, up to 154,000 now, which is nice. Got a little bit of rain coming on in here. You're going to try to pick up 6 bales again? Yeah, we're going to try it this time. And hopefully when I twist the wheel that way. Yeah, so it can handle 6 silage bales. That's pretty impressive. Silage is a really heavy crop. Should have nothing else to do this month unless a huge plowing contract comes up. I think it'll be time to go on to November. Alright. I know these bales have been fermenting as I go along, so we got any more? It's grass, grass, everything's grass, grass. I think it's going to be all set for the silage. So it'll be November, December, January when those bales have been fermented. Park that there. What's on the sale page? Oh yeah, that stuff. Let's fast forward some time here. And while that's going on, I will check quickly plowing contracts. We do got a couple, and you know what? That $8,000 is not bad, but I feel like I just want to move on to the next month. Oh, just shy of 200,000 in the bank account, and I'm guessing that's probably all we're going to get, honestly. Yeah, just a little bit shy on the rest. Nighttime, what do we got here? Nothing that we're looking for. Alrighty. Ooh. Did I kind of forget about the oil, canola oil? That's December. No, that's in December. We're getting a good amount of flour. Do I need to turn any of that stuff off? Wheat. I've gone through all the wheat, so I'll deactivate that. Still got plenty more room for flour there. We got a little bit more sorghum. Very little canola left. Yep, that's all set. All right. Yeah, again, I think when it comes time to get the stuff out of the mill, I think I'll lease a low-loading trailer for a truck and get the stuff out of there. November, we will wake up at 9. Like I said, don't really have much to do. I don't want to fertilize the grass field. That grass field is perfectly fine. The one we just planted. All right, let's check here. Selectable bale capacity. I am looking for, yes. I'm definitely looking for that. 70,000 for that one. So the meaning behind this is I can just bale it up and use less, we'll have less bales to deal with. I wonder how much the baler I got currently is worth. Let's see here. What is that? That's the Claas. Let's see here. Claas Quadrant. That is worth 24,000 as it is. I think if I repaint it and fix it and sell it, I can probably get like 30,000 for it, which means I'll be paying 40,000 for a new and improved baler. Ooh, does that come with silage additive? No, it doesn't. right? Our baler has silage additive in it, I do believe. Balers, where's the quadrant? Silage additive tank. Yeah, so I got a silage additive tank. That one does that does not. Does any of these? I got to get rid of the windrower and balers. I'm not going to use those. I wonder if any of these balers. This one's got to have the silage additive on it, though, right? Square. So the class quadrant does not have a silage additive tank on it. Ooh. What about the crone? The crone one does. So I would have to wait for that baler to come up for sale. All right, well, it's not that big of a deal. All right, so I think I'll pass on that baler. Silage additive adds 5% to the yield, so I don't want to be doing that. So let's see, I'm just going to double check to make sure I did get all the silage bales out of here. So, ooh, I got a silage bale. Oh no, I got more silage bales. I mean, that's great. We'll unload that one. And then square bale silage. Yes. And then that's grass, that's grass, that's grass. Alright, so not all my bales were fermented yet. No big deal. Gonna squeeze through here. Barely. Careful now. I think that one may be out of the zone. Yes, it is. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, so looking at the money, we currently sit at 200,000, as we know. We got the flour and oil to sell in December. And yeah, we're going to be doing selling some wood chips here in January when I take the tree devour and go in there, and we're going to trim up some of those trees. Not all of them, just a few. Just to try to get my money back on buying the land. And be like, well, okay, that's fine, but why? Well, the reason why we bought that land was to be able to put it in the bridge to get across the river. That's the only reason why I bought that property. I didn't really want to buy it for trees and such. I mean, if you want trees, I got a whole map of trees on the live streams. We got plenty of trees there. All right, so that's going there. All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to get rid of this grass field here. Let's go to construction. Yes, here, zip, zip. Nope, one zip. And then you want that. Spin around like this. We'll do that, and then that, and then some people are probably not going to like that I'm getting rid of a grass field, but it is time. And some are going to be happy because that means less grass cutting. and that one person could be me. I don't mind doing the bigger grass field, but this field is starting to be just a little bit more of a pain. Also, while I'm here, let me go ahead and I want to smooth some of this out also. Let's strengthen that up. Ooh, I didn't want to do that, though. Nuts. Let's go to leveling. Yeah, I had to bring that back up. And now go to smoothing. problem is when I was smoothing out in the back here, I kind of made it so the ground was up to the shed, so it looked kind of funny. I think I may have done it again. All right, while we're here, sheds, and right now, there's only one shed I want in particular. It's very cheap, although 152. No, don't want that shed. This one right here. Ooh, that one's bigger than I thought it was. That's not the one, is it? I guess it is. For 35,000 though, it's still not bad. A lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Do you want to smooth that, level that out so it looks kind of better than that? Yes. Yes, I do. Kind of funny when you're looking at land. It's like, oh, that looks kind of flat. And then you go put something in like a shed. And then you realize it's not as flat as it seems. I'm going to angle it like so. Alright, and then we're going to come in here. Also, go back to here, because it changed to concrete underneath. Alright, telehandler. Oh, yeah. I will have to come back and fix this later on. You can see the gap underneath the shed when I was smoothing it out. Yeah, so that would need to be fixed. Let's go over to here. Yep, rain trailer. Let's get this under cover. All right, let me check precision farming on the field score. Hopefully there's no field score here. Oh, it does show 80. So where is the field technically? Might be something I have to do where I have to save the game and come back in and it'll show me. Oh, no, because it's actually right in here. Right where the BGA is. And actually, this can just stay hitched right up to that for now. And yeah, put the header away in the shed. All right, let's see if I can take care of wherever this field technically is. It might be underneath this stuff. I think it might be a little bit more here. There might be some of it here. All right, so now on growth, I don't see it here at all. All right, so here. Well, it still shows, doesn't it? I'm going to purchase the soil sampling for it for 1,000 because I don't know where the field is. That's going to... Ooh, that brought the score down to 72. It was at 80. Why did you do that? Because I thought that would help, and it did not. And it did not do that at all. I'm looking for where the grass is growing here, and I don't see it at all. But maybe saving the game when I come back in will help me on out there. Unless This can't be part of it. Shouldn't be a part of it. Well, it is what it is. Can't do much about that. All right. So, do I have anything to do here in November? I don't think so. Other than, like I said, maybe contracts. Well, like I said, there are some decent plowing contracts there, but I'm going to hold off on that. So I say we go to December at this point. Just going to check on, yeah, canola oil. We've gone through all that. All right, so we'll deactivate that. And then the flour, we still got, okay, so we still got a little sorghum left. That's going to go through it pretty quickly. Quickly check the sale page, so I went through a lot of time there. No, nothing yet. And nothing yet. And I don't think there should be anything I should be selling today. It says grass, but we know we want that to be silage. So everything else is a no-go. So instead of going to bed, I'm just going to advance time this way. Probably just as fast. All right, what do we got here? A header trailer we don't need. And you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead. You know, the plow's not that expensive keeping overnight. I'll just keep it for now. And what do we got here? Grass is looking good. Flour price. It says $8.30, but the price is dropping. Canola oil price is $19.82, $19.84. Okay, I got to check on both of these prices at the small farmer's kiosk. Canola oil, my guess is the price is going to be going up at the small farmer's kiosk. Actually, it's going down. And what about the flour? $8.07. I think it's. I think we just go ahead and sell it today. Let's not wait until January. It says January, but that's not working out for us. So, we're going to come in here and go to trailers and low loaders. Actually, got to go up the page here. Almost 5 months in, I'm starting to get used to where some of this stuff is. Low loaders. This is the cheap one right here, right? Yeah, this one right here is what we want. And it's already set up perfectly. Extension. No, we don't need any of that. And lease it. And yeah, I was going to bring the telehandler down to the mill to move things, but let's be honest. Even moving the telehandler inside there, it's not going to be fun to watch. It's not going to be fun to do either. So, yeah, that's why we get into this auto-loading trailer I can back in. And we'll just auto-load it and bring it back to the small farmer's kiosk. Pardon me, Mr. Blue Car, coming through. And then we'll just go, after we sell this, we'll go on through the winter months and see if we get lucky with a harvester. And again, it's got to be a harvester of over 400 horse. Oh, sorry, I don't want to go through all the way to winter. I want to do some wood chips in January. All right, so maybe we'll have to sell this and have to do the wood chips in January next time. Should be fun going through town with this. Actually, shouldn't be bad. I mean, I played on Riverview, which has some narrow passageways. We did pretty good. The one thing I gotta check, I want to make sure it stacks it in layers, not stacks. I don't want it to stack at 4 high because it may not get out of the mill that way. Those doors are not that tall. You know what? I'm faster than you guys in a truck, so coming on through. All right, luckily this this field here, the crops are kind of gone in it. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter which door I go in. Yeah, maybe the doors are taller than I thought they were. My backing up, though, is not the greatest. Oh, it's loading in stacks. Alright, let me unload it. Area blocked. No! Insert is the key I need to hit. Alright, stack it in layers. What I want to do, but it's going to be kind of rough, is I got to move these aside, and I want to back up the truck more. But things are going to keep on spawning here before I can pack up the truck, I bet. Well, almost. I actually made it to the back wall. Alright, we're fine. We're fine-ish. They stopped loading. It should keep on going in layers. Why won't you stack anymore? Doesn't have nothing to do with that, does it? Shouldn't. Well, how about if I do this? Well, this is not going well. And that's not going to, yeah, that's not going to go through there. How about if I unstrap? Alright, we'll come back for the rest in a second. Wonder why it wouldn't go on another layer. It should have done. I mean, we still got 26 pallets of flour, and we got 13 pallets of canola oil. Nope, ma'am, coming through. Thank you. Probably should have taken my little shortcut by cutting down through the grass field and gone that way. That's our canola field to the right. Have they planted anything in this field? No, they have not. And it doesn't look like they planted anything in that field yet either. So again, if we get to spring and no harvester has come up for sale yet, so you turn out in the middle of the road and then you just stop completely. Yeah, if we get to springtime and we haven't bought nothing, then we'll probably look at buying some more fields. So again, what we will get is our 20% bonus from selling at the small farmers kiosk. Plus our environmental score bonus will show up right after that. So 54,160 and a bonus score of 4,343. It's not a bad start. How's the grass field looking? It's looking like the grass field once again. I don't know if it's just me. It looks greener. It looks probably exactly the same, but to me, for some reason, right there, it looked greener. It could be because the meadow grass around it is all died off and turned brown. Okay, let's try to back this in a little bit better this time. Let me just double check. I should have this on layered, which it is. So basically all it means, as before, when I first started loading, it was on stacking, which means the first available spot on the trailer, it'll stack it as high as I got it set for. Layers, it should do one layer, then start filling the second layer after that. I would hope. Oh, 22 more pallets of flour. That's everything. I mean, almost everything. I couldn't back up all the way because I pushed the pallets back. See, I got to figure out a way to take care of that. Yeah, not the easiest to use an autoloader in here. I'm sure there's some professionals out there just saying, "Oh, use a forklift and move it all around." That was a lot of pallets. Alright, so the autoloader should pick all these up. If it doesn't, then something weird's going on. Why won't it load the other stack? Well, I don't want to come back here for this little stuff. I mean, it's worth money, but I don't want to make another trip. I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong here. Drop that all on there. Alright, it's all strapped in. And you turn too quickly. So it looks like we got 3 pallets of canola and 39 pallets of flour. It did seem a lot quicker going through here, but can I make the corner? Not really. I can't make it from the right-hand lane coming on over. I can leave in there, but not turning in. Unless I turn it wider next time. And then when we return this low loader, don't need it for anything else. So that's a canola field to our right. To our left is a wheat field. And then the other 2 fields are barley? Sounds about right. So 44,500 and then $3,570 roughly from our environmental score bonus. Let me go in and return this trailer. I'm causing a major traffic problem here, like I always do. So from the mill, we got roughly what, like 120,000? Was it 120,000? I didn't see what we were at. I think we were like at 160, were we not? I think we were at 160. We should get a little bit more money coming in here shortly when we hit the top of the hour, because we put those silage bales into the BGA. All right, just double check on the store just to make sure I'm not missing anything. And nope, not missing anything there. All right, so nothing. Whatever's at the BGA, I think we already sold it. Let's see, what do we got new here? Well, we got ourselves a shallow cultivator. That's not what we're looking for. And we'll go to 9 o'clock in January. Not really needing to go much further than that. Store page. Nothing there. Nothing there at all. But we will be doing some wood chipping in January before we move on. And we're just waiting for these grass bales to ferment. They shouldn't be too far off. Actually, they're already showing as silage. I still got some grass being converted over. We can see it right here. 64,536 liters still left to be fermented. So we can get those right on in. We'll get the tree devour. We'll lease that. We'll chop down some trees there. Not a whole lot. I'm just trying to figure out the layout that I want for here. We'll figure it out next time. But winter is here. Our environmental score, by the way, because I kind of forgot, what was it? Like a 81 or 77? All right, 77. Not too bad. Not too bad. And when we harvest next year, all these scores in our fields will start going on up. And, yeah, we'll have a look at these fields here. So they have them planted in the 3 fields next to us. Want to buy these 3 next. And maybe start merging some of these fields together to get a bigger field. But hopefully by then, we'll have a decent-sized combine. I mean, I'm leasing one anyways, but I would like to own one, of course. So, fingers crossed. We're halfway through winter. Nothing yet. But you never know. You just never know what's going to pop up for sale. But anyways, I think that's where we're going to wrap it for today. Not too bad. Like I said, we're up over $250,000 again. So, yeah, even if the bigger combines come up for sale, we're probably going to have enough money to even buy one of those. Maybe. It's going to be kind of close. But again, they got to come up for sale first. But anyways, yeah, that's where we're going to wrap it for today. Thumbs up buttons down there if you'd like to hit that. And help out the channel a little bit more. Thumbs down buttons there as well. You can hit that if you'd like to. Leave me comments to why. And yeah, if you're new here and you kind of like this content, you might want to think about hitting that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on more stuff like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in Pallegney. But until then, have a good one.